If you eat bullshit your whole life, you're gonna think that bullshit tastes good at a certain point in time because that's all you're used to. You know what I mean? And then when you get that steak, you're like, God damn, this is what I've been missing. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to bring that filet mignon. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I peeped something that you said in the freestyle. I can't spit it verbatim, but the idea I got from it was that, since you from, saying T dot, and you sell, and, most of the time the records are catering to the American market, you never want to come off as like some nigga from over there talking down on them down there. You know what I'm saying? So just tell me about, you as an artist and as a guy, just trying to, balance the two and not come off, that way.
I think what it is internationally, you know what I'm saying? Just like, doesn't matter if it's the U.S. market or if it's London or wherever, you know what I mean? It's like you really gotta watch what you say right now. I just call it everybody baracking, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of gotta be a politician, but I'm not that guy, and sometimes I get into trouble. It's funny, like there was a I don't want to misquote it, but there was like a proverb that I got the other day because I usually get them on a daily, and it was saying only the fool says everything that's on his mind. You know what I'm saying? So really and truly, that's what it is. I gotta watch what I say. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I gotta travel these borders. It's real life, real deal Holyfield when they say that, hip hop police and this, that, and the next thing that people be watching you and stuff. They definitely are. And I mean, I come from a strong family. I mean, back in Toronto, like my mom is an activist who actually succeeded in creating the first Afrocentric school in Canada. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not just something that I do or whatever, like, I mean, like we come from a strong people, but at the same time we got to know what we're saying and watch how we say it, you know what I'm saying, before the powers that be kind of lock down on us, because unfortunately we don't own anything in North America, or we own very little, so we kind of gotta play their game for now, but
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you two more questions.
Cool.
Being that saying you're from Toronto, saying you're of forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, like Caribbean, descent and whatnot. Saying, like, how do you feel when you hear sentiments? I asked this to Akon a few years ago. How they say black folks from other countries, they look down on black Americans, they see them as weak and this and that. First, like, do you think that's true? And secondly, how do you feel just about that idea in general? Because it seems very divisive. You know what I'm saying, to me.
You know what? It's funny because there are, like, again, just from my travels, there are certain black people around the world. Like, some people just have different views of what it is to be black. First of all, you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes we go by color definitions. A lot of black people around the world go by, like, they're heavy nationalists. You understand what I'm saying? So they're all about their country first, not necessarily that you black or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Some might say that that's a concept that we got once we came over to North America or after the whole slave trade. And it is true that some places, some places in Africa and other places around the world look at North Americans as sons of slaves, you know what I'm saying, and that's why they look down on us, because they're like, you know what I'm saying, you are not a pure blood African or what have you, you know what I'm saying, your people were exported and you the sons of slaves. The West Indies is totally different because, well, not totally different, but I don't want to get into too much history, but with the colonialism and where my family's from in Jamaica, there's a very heavy British influence into how we think and how we act and stuff. So there's definitely a lot of differences, you know what I'm saying, between how West Indians are raised and how Americans are raised. But I don't necessarily think it's a looking down thing, because my family, we immigrated to not only Canada but the States and also to England, you know what I'm saying, and all that good stuff back in the UK, and it's always been a good home for us, you know what I'm saying. And I've never heard the sentiment, at least in my family, that you know what I'm saying, we disrespect Americans or look down, you know what I mean, because definitely North America has provided a lot of opportunity to my kin, you know what I'm saying.
Cool. Last thing I wanted to ask you, saying, being that you're from T dot, you rep it to the fullest. Right now, 'cause what I heard just now was a very universal CD. I ain't care where you was from, you know what I'm saying. But like, do you look forward to promoting this album as just like a universal artist more so than a guy from Toronto? Because it seemed like back in '02 there was like he's from Toronto, he's from Toronto.
Yeah.
And it seemed like that was in style. They're like, Nappy Roots is from Kentucky,
Yeah.
Nelly from St. Louis,
Yeah.
this guy from there, and we found somebody in Toronto.
Well, you know what it is? Like, I think back then, like, just this whole, I don't even know if regionalism is a word, but just, you know what I'm saying, being from these little areas, that used to be the little shtick, you know what I'm saying? But with, not the introduction of the internet, but since it plays such a very vital role in what's going on with music right now, it's brought the world community smaller, you know what I'm saying? And right about now, people aren't necessarily, as long as the music sound fly, people are not really interested, for the most part, I say, in where you're from. People are interested in good music, because right about now you have access to anything from around the world. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, me and Akon, we kind of seen that from a lot of years back, just traveling the world. We know the possibilities of being able to bust out, you know what I mean, and conquer different markets around the world. You know what I mean? So right now, it's definitely evident, because I mean, you know, Dangerous went gold sometime early in the summer. It's on its way to platinum, you know what I'm saying, as for a single. That's my first gold single, you know, and it's also the first time that I was ever able to break the top 10 in Billboard. It was the first time I was ever able to break the Hot 100 on Billboard, you know what I mean? So I think the proof is in the pudding. Right now, the world is really speaking through the power of the dollar, and they're showing you, you know what I'm saying, that right about now it's all about good music, you know what I'm saying, and that there are people out there that are focused on the music and not just focused on the gimmicks and all the tabloid shit that be going on, not just in hip-hop, but in all genres of music.
Cool. So, you know what I'm saying, last words, you know what I'm saying? What's the
We
name
never
of the
say our
album?
last words, we say our parting words. You know what I'm saying?
Parting words.
The parting
In closing.
words, yeah, in closing, September 9th, not for sale, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you show the world the strength of the, you know what I mean, the power of the dollar, because it's not me that runs this shit, it ain't the labels that run this shit. If y'all don't buy it, you understand what I'm saying? If y'all, you know, buy the bullshit, then the bullshit is gonna be the shit that rises to the top. You know what I mean? If you buy that good shit, that shit that we love, you guys can make a difference just by knowing where you want to spend your $11.99. I mean, the album is called Not For Sale because by the time I came to link up with Akon and we brought the project to Interscope Records, I knew where I wanted to go with my career. I know, you know what I mean, what I wanted to represent. And it didn't matter how much money they wanted to give me. I knew what I wanted to represent with my life and what I wanted to do with my music, and that's why I named the album Not For Sale. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.